Hello everyone, welcome again to my empty talk video for this morning in the empty space where I do my daily night walk, morning walk. So I've been talking about awareness and how it is the greatest wealth and how there are many different layers, and that topic somehow seems to have aroused a lot of curiosity and interest in a lot of my friends and listeners. And some of them really challenged me to talk about how does it really help us in our day-to-day life, in our social interactions, if we become more aware. So I thought that's a great point, because unless something is relevant to you, unless you experience it yourself, unless you can apply it in your daily life, unless it changes something positively in your life, it doesn't mean anything. So let me take the time today to talk about how I personally experienced the increase of awareness changing my life. So let's go back to the three layers of awareness. The outer layer, which we experience through the five senses of the body: the sight, the sound, the touch, the smell, the taste. So we are aware of all these things happening at an outer level through the body. Then we talked about the second inner layer, which is the layer of awareness at the mind level through thoughts, feelings, and emotions. And then I talked about the innermost layer of awareness, which is the emptiness, the blank space from where the thought arises. So, how does this really apply in our day-to-day life? So, let's look at a scenario where growing up as a child, some of you may relate to it, some of you may find this example very easy to understand. As a child in school, the first time, the first encounter of our experience with being bullied or being treated as if we're good for nothing, or the sense of fear when we were asked to go up on the stage and say a few things, or even in front of the class, come and present something. So that first encounter of the feelings, whether it is of excitement or fear, fear of being judged, fear of being mocked, fear of embarrassment, and all of those things, or the excitement of the opportunity to present something and earn accolades, whatever that may be, the first encounter, however you registered that experience in your mind at that time, became your tendency. So for example, if at that moment you got this fear of being mocked, then immediately you resisted that, and that became the churning of thought in your head, when you thought, okay, if I'm going to go up there, the kids are going to laugh at me, I'm going to be mocked, I may not do well, I may mess up, I may forget things. So that churning that happened in your mind, since you are not aware, actively aware, a tendency formed in your mind at that time that I am not good at public speaking. I'm not going to be ever capable of speaking in front of people and express my thoughts. So let me just recoil and stay in the shell and never go up there and expose myself. So you kept saying that to yourself over and over again, listening to the mind, believing it, and that tendency of stage fear, public speaking, all of those formed in your mind. And over the years, every time you encounter a situation where you have to make a presentation in front of colleagues or your managers, supervisors at work, the tendency kicks in and you're fearful. You start to stutter, you're not comfortable, and so forth. So being aware at the first experience, first encounter of a thought like that would have eliminated the formation of that tendency. At a body level, because of that lack of awareness at a mind level, at the body level, you felt that heaviness in the heart, or cramp in the stomach, or a lot of discomfort in the body, just at the thought of being mocked or embarrassed. So at a body level, you became aware of the results, but the lack of awareness at the mind level created a deep-rooted tendency. So because of this, you never went beyond that churning to challenge that. If this fear that I'm feeling, is it necessary? Is it true? So if at that moment you had resisted the temptation to follow your mind's churning and had gone into the deepest layer of awareness where there is nothing, the blankness, then this churning would not have started, and the tendency that was formed because of the churning would not have been formed, and you wouldn't be a fearful person. You would respond in a way where, okay, a thought has come in my deepest awareness level. I'm going to just observe it, watch it, and see what that thought leads me to do. And then you eliminate the possibility of a tendency being formed. And that's how, at the deepest level, when we have the awareness of the origin of thought, and we don't label it, we don't interpret it, we don't form a tendency, then at a behavior level or a body level, you exhibit that behavior or those qualities which arise out of clarity, which arise out of confidence, which arise out of conviction. You have a better control over your thoughts and body, and therefore a better outcome. So all the best things are created when you have a high level of confidence, a better sense of control over mind, a strong sense of clarity in your thoughts, conviction that this is how things work, the thought-body connection, and you're also more courageous to now face up any situation that comes, because you didn't really operate out of tendencies. You operate out of clarity and conviction and confidence and control, and you're also compassionate because you understand everyone probably feels the same kind of confusion or fear. And these things together, the sense of confidence, the sense of clarity, the sense of control over mind, the sense of conviction how thought-body rules work, the sense of courage, and then the sense of compassion for others, all of it together gives you that sense of completion. And therefore I say, if you are aware at the deepest level of your awareness, then your mind and your body aligns with that level of awareness at all levels, and that's what you see happening in your daily life. So hopefully this provides additional insights on the value of awareness and how it's the greatest wealth of all. Thank you for listening. I'll see you again in tomorrow's empty talk video on another topic. Have a blessed day. Stay inside. Since you can't go outside, stay inside. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.